White paper. Proof of productive effort consensus mechanism for VERI token. Abstract. This white paper introduces a unique consensus mechanism designed for the VERI token ecosystem, focusing on leveraging the community's collective expertise to identify patent infringements. The mechanism, termed the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE), incentivizes participants to contribute to patent infringement identification in exchange for rewards, thereby ensuring the integrity and enhancement of the patent ecosystem. Importantly, this white paper takes into account the current state of VERI token distribution, with all 2 million VERI tokens now trading in the hands of individual owners, with no remaining token holdings by the issuer. Veritasium. Introduction. Background. The landscape of intellectual property, particularly patent rights, presents numerous challenges that can stifle innovation and impede the commercialization of new technologies. Patent holders, ranging from individual inventors to large corporations, often encounter difficulties in effectively managing and enforcing their patents. Key challenges include the identification of patent infringements, which is a complex, resource-intensive process that requires expert knowledge and access to vast amounts of data across multiple jurisdictions. Challenge of detecting infringements. Detecting patent infringements is inherently challenging due to the technical nature of patents and the subtleties involved in infringement cases. Patent claims are often written in highly technical language that can be subject to different interpretations. Additionally, the global nature of technology markets means that potential infringements can occur across different countries, each with its own legal nuances in patent law. This geographical and legal diversity complicates the enforcement of patent rights and necessitates a nuanced approach to identifying and addressing infringements. The role of community in patent monitoring. Traditionally, the burden of monitoring for infringements has fallen on patent holders themselves or specialized legal professionals they hire. This approach can be prohibitively expensive and inefficient, particularly for individual inventors or small enterprises with limited resources. As a result, many patent holders are unable to pursue potential infringements, leading to significant economic and creative losses. In recent years, the rise of distributed technologies and collaborative platforms has introduced new possibilities for community-driven solutions in various fields, including patent management. By leveraging the collective expertise and the diverse perspectives of a community, particularly one composed of individuals with expertise in different technological domains and legal environments, the process of identifying patent infringements can be greatly enhanced. Importance of decentralized engagement. Decentralized community engagement offers a scalable way to monitor and identify patent infringements. Community members can participate in the identification process, bringing their unique insights and expertise to bear on complex technical documents and infringement scenarios. This not only alleviates the burden on individual patent holders but also creates a more robust and dynamic framework for patent enforcement. Moreover, a community-engaged approach aligns with the principles of transparency and inclusivity, fostering an environment where innovations are protected and respected across the board. It democratizes the process of patent protection by enabling a wider range of stakeholders to participate in the ecosystem, from inventors and legal experts to enthusiasts and professionals in related fields. This broad participation helps ensure that patents are used as intended, as a means to promote innovation and protect inventors, rather than as tools for stifling competition and innovation through obscure or overly broad claims. Leveraging blockchain technology. The advent of blockchain technology offers a unique opportunity to implement these community-driven solutions in the patent space. Blockchain's inherent properties like immutability, transparency, and security make it an ideal platform for managing the complexities of patent monitoring and enforcement. By integrating blockchain technology with a consensus mechanism like the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE), the patent ecosystem can operate more efficiently and fairly. This mechanism incentivizes community members to participate actively in the process of identifying infringements by rewarding contributions and ensuring that all activities are transparently recorded and easily verifiable. Given these challenges and opportunities, the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) consensus mechanism proposed in this white paper aims to transform the patent ecosystem. By fostering community engagement and leveraging cutting-edge technology, the PPE mechanism seeks to enhance the detection of patent infringements, streamline the process of patent management, and protect the rights of inventors. This approach not only supports patent holders but also promotes a more innovative and dynamic environment for technological advancement. Purpose. Introduction to the Proof of Productive Effort mechanism as a solution to these challenges. Detailing its purpose to incentivize and reward community participation in identifying patent infringements, with a specific focus on the implications of a fully distributed token model. Proof of Productive Effort mechanism. Overview. The Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) is a consensus mechanism uniquely tailored to the VERI token ecosystem, designed to leverage blockchain technology for the identification and management of patent infringements. The PPE mechanism encourages a community-driven approach where participants, referred to as validators, use their expertise to help identify potential patent infringements. This process is not only incentivized through rewards in the form of VERI tokens but is also regulated through a system of penalties to discourage malicious activities. Below is a comprehensive overview of the PPE mechanism's primary components. Stake-based participation. Participation in the PPE mechanism requires stakeholders to stake VERI tokens as a commitment to the integrity of their contributions. Staking serves several key purposes. Risk mitigation. It ensures that participants are economically disincentivized from making frivolous or incorrect claims about patent infringements. Quality control. By requiring a stake, the system filters out low-effort or speculative entries, encouraging only serious participants to engage with the mechanism. Resource allocation. Staked tokens can be used to prioritize claims, with higher stakes potentially leading to quicker validation times due to increased perceived validity. Validation process. The validation process within the PPE mechanism is multi-tiered, involving several layers of scrutiny to ensure accuracy and fairness. Expert review panels. Composed of vetted experts with backgrounds in patent law and the specific technological fields relevant to submitted claims. These panels perform initial assessments to filter out untenable infringement claims. Community voting. To democratize the patent verification process, the wider community of VERI token holders can vote on claims that pass through expert review. This layer adds a robust peer review component, enhancing the system's decentralization. Automated technical checks. Leveraging artificial intelligence and blockchain analytics, the system conducts automated checks to verify the uniqueness and potential validity of claims before they proceed to human review. Reward distribution. Rewards are distributed to participants based on the value and accuracy of their contributions to the patent verification process. Key aspects of the reward system include direct rewards. Participants receive VERI tokens as direct compensation for successful infringement identifications. Long-term rewards. To encourage ongoing engagement, Participants also earn rewards based on the long-term value their contributions bring to the ecosystem, such as enabling successful patent enforcement actions. Community pool. A portion of transaction fees and slashed tokens are returned to a community pool, which redistributes rewards during special voting events and to top contributors periodically. Slashing penalties. To maintain system integrity, the PPE mechanism includes a slashing penalty for participants who are found to have submitted false or misleading information. This serves to deter malicious behavior, ensuring that the cost of attempting to manipulate the system is prohibitively high. Compensate affected parties. Slashed tokens can be used to compensate parties who were negatively affected by incorrect information, thereby maintaining trust in the platform. This overview of the proof of productive effort mechanism highlights its comprehensive approach to integrating blockchain technology with community-driven efforts to manage and protect patent rights efficiently and transparently. Implementation blueprint. The implementation of the proof of productive effort (PPE) mechanism involves a detailed technical architecture that integrates blockchain technology with traditional patent management processes to create a decentralized and efficient system. The following subsections outline the critical components and steps required to realize this vision effectively. Technical architecture. Smart contract design. Claim validation contract manages the review and validation process for submitted claims, ensuring that each claim meets the set criteria before being accepted or rejected. Token staking model. The PPE mechanism will use a dynamic staking model where the amount of VERI tokens required to stake can vary based on several factors such as the claim's complexity and the historical accuracy of the submitter. The model will include functions to stake tokens when submitting claims and to return stakes for successful validations or slash them in cases of fraudulent claims. Validation workflow. The workflow for claim validation will include automated and manual steps to ensure thorough review. Automated pre-checks. Initial checks using AI and machine learning to assess the basic validity of a submission. Expert review. Claims that pass the automated checks are forwarded to an expert review panel, which conducts a more detailed analysis. Community review. Finally, claims that are validated by experts are put to a community vote, where token holders can participate in the final decision. Security measures. Smart contract audits. Before deployment, all smart contracts will undergo rigorous security audits by independent third parties to ensure that they are free from vulnerabilities. These audits will help prevent issues such as reentrancy attacks, overflow errors, and other exploits. Decentralized oracles. To incorporate real-world data reliably into the blockchain, the system will use decentralized oracle services. These oracles will provide external data inputs necessary for validating certain types of patent infringement claims, especially those that depend on real-world usage and implementation evidence. Gas optimization. Considering the potentially high volume of transactions, all smart contracts will be optimized for gas efficiency. This will ensure that actions such as claiming, staking, and voting are economically viable for participants. The implementation of the base L2 on top of Ethereum is being considered as well. Roadmap. Development phases. Phase 1. Prototype development and testing. Development of smart contracts and initial testing on Ethereum test networks. Phase 2. Security audits and community feedback. After initial testing, conduct security audits and incorporate feedback from potential users and stakeholders. Phase 3. Beta launch. Launch the system in a beta phase with limited community participation to gather live data and feedback. Phase 4. Full-scale deployment. After successful beta testing and final adjustments, fully deploy the system for public use. Timeline. This is a very informal guesstimate, and not to be considered a staid and fast timeline. Q3-Q4 2024, development and initial testing. Q4 2024, security audits and revision based on feedback. Q4-Q1 2025, beta launch. Q1-Q2 2025, full-scale deployment. Technical architecture. The technical architecture of the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) mechanism is designed to ensure robustness, security, and scalability, facilitating efficient processing of patent infringement claims through the VERI token ecosystem. The architecture consists of several key components including smart contracts, blockchain infrastructure, and integration with external systems. Smart contract stack. The PPE mechanism relies on a series of interconnected smart contracts, each responsible for handling specific aspects of the system. Blockchain infrastructure. The entire system is deployed on the Ethereum blockchain, which provides a secure and transparent environment for executing the PPE smart contracts. Ethereum's support for complex smart contracts makes it an ideal platform for implementing the intricate logic required by the PPE mechanism. Integration with external systems. Decentralized oracles. To ensure that the smart contracts can access reliable and up-to-date external patent databases and other necessary real-world information. The architecture includes integration with decentralized oracle networks like Chainlink. This allows the system to process claims based on the latest data without compromising security or decentralization. Off-chain components. Certain aspects of the claim validation process, particularly those involving detailed expert review and community voting, are managed off-chain through a decentralized autonomous organization. DAO. The DAO interfaces with the on-chain components via the claim validation contract, ensuring that all actions are recorded and enforceable on the blockchain. User interfaces. A web-based front-end is developed to interact with the smart contracts, providing a user-friendly interface for participants to submit claims, stake tokens, vote on submissions, and view the status of claims. Security measures. All smart contracts undergo multiple rounds of security audits, and continuous monitoring systems are implemented to detect and respond to security threats. Additionally, gas optimization strategies are employed to minimize transaction costs for participants, ensuring that the system remains accessible to all stakeholders regardless of the number of transactions they perform. Community engagement and development. The success of the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) mechanism is heavily reliant on the active participation and ongoing development of its community. This section outlines strategies for engaging the community, enhancing their understanding of patent law, and facilitating their participation in the patent infringement identification process. 1. Educational incentives, resources and curriculum development. Objective: to establish the PPE learning modules as a premier educational resource on intellectual property rights and innovation, accessible to all levels of learners. Implementation: curriculum development. Design educational modules based on the highest modern standards and ethics in intellectual property. IP education. Incorporate comprehensive content that covers both traditional legal frameworks and innovative methodologies such as those facilitated by AI, focusing on simplifying complex legal language into layman's terms. Testing and certification. Develop assessment methodologies that test students on both standard legal interpretations and the plain language versions of these concepts. Ensure that evaluations measure understanding in a way that affirms comprehension over rote learning. Incentives. rewards students with micro-certifications or digital badges upon successful completion of modules or levels within the program. Use VERI tokens as a form of reward for achieving certain milestones or for contributions to community-driven content such as case studies or peer tutoring. 2. Grassroots community efforts and legal alternatives. Objective: foster a community-centric approach to patent understanding and enforcement, focusing on creating lawful, cost-effective alternatives to traditional litigation. Implementation: community workshops and hackathons. Regularly organize workshops that encourage the community to develop solutions for patent enforcement without litigation. Focus on legal hackathons that aim to produce software or system-based solutions endorsed by legal professionals. Collaborative development of tools. Encourage the development of decentralized applications, DAPPs, on the PPE platform that assist in patent validation and infringement detection, reducing the need for costly legal services. Continuous improvement. Adopt a dynamic approach to platform updates based on community feedback, ensuring that legal alternatives developed are effective and evolve with changing laws and technological advancements. 3. Recruitment of legal professionals. Objective: create a compelling campaign to attract lawyers and legal experts to the PPE platform, highlighting its benefits not just as a technical tool, but as a movement to reform IP management and enforcement. Implementation: good faith manifesto. Publish a detailed document outlining the ethical, economical, and professional reasons for legal professionals to engage with the PPE platform. This manifesto should articulate the vision of making IP rights protection more accessible and financially sustainable. Engagement and onboarding. Develop a structured onboarding process for legal professionals, including dedicated training on the use of the platform and how they can contribute to its growth and the refinement of its tools. Professional development. Offer continuing legal education, CLE, credits through participation in the platform's development, workshops, and as contributors to educational content. 4. Expansion into trademark and copyright infringement. Objective: broaden the scope of the PPE mechanism to include trademark and copyright issues, addressing a wider range of IP challenges. Implementation: platform adaptation. Extend the PPE platform's capabilities to handle cases of trademark and copyright infringement. This involves adjusting the blockchain framework to record and manage these types of IP claims. Specialized modules. Develop specialized modules for trademark and copyright education, validation processes, and community engagement strategies tailored to these fields. 5. Tokenization of intellectual property. Objective: utilize VERI tokens to authenticate and verify IP rights, effectively using blockchain to manage IP titles and rights transfers. Implementation: IP tokenization framework. Develop a framework for representing IP rights as tokenized assets on the blockchain. This system should support the verification of ownership, the transfer of rights, and possibly even the licensing of IP. Smart contracts for IP management. Implement smart contracts that automate IP rights management, from initial registration to enforcement actions, all traceable and verifiable via the blockchain. 5.2 Community feedback mechanisms. Interactive platforms for feedback. Community forums. Establish dedicated forums on the platform where users can discuss topics related to patent infringements, share experiences, and ask questions. These forums will also serve as a space for users to provide feedback on the platform itself. Surveys and polls. Regularly conduct surveys and polls to gather community input on various aspects of the PPE system, such as user interface design, the effectiveness of educational resources, and overall user satisfaction. Continuous improvement process. Beta testing feedback loops. Implement a beta testing phase for new features where community members can participate and provide feedback before full-scale deployment. This approach will help identify and address potential issues early in the development process. Community Advisory Board. Establish a community advisory board consisting of active members who can provide insights and suggestions for improving the PPE system. This board will meet quarterly to review community suggestions and oversee the implementation of popular ideas. 5.3 Rewarding community contributions. Incentive structures. Recognition programs. Develop recognition programs to highlight and reward active community members who contribute significantly to patent identification or help new users understand the platform. Token-based rewards. Implement a system where community members earn VERI tokens for their contributions, such as participating in validation processes, creating educational content, or helping with platform translations. Supporting community-driven projects. Grants for community projects. Offer grants or funding for community-driven projects that aim to improve or extend the PPE platform. This could include software tools, educational programs, or new features proposed by community members. Hackathons and innovation challenges. Organize hackathons and innovation challenges focused on creating new tools or features for the PPE platform. These events can stimulate creativity and innovation within the community while improving the platform. Confidential outreach and licensing negotiations. Confidential communication platform. To facilitate the lawful use of intellectual property and encourage collaborative innovation, our platform includes a confidential communication system. This system enables users who have conducted freedom to operate (FTO) analysis to discreetly contact patent holders when potential infringements are identified. This approach not only supports compliance with IP laws but also fosters a cooperative environment for negotiating patent licenses. Features of the confidential communication platform. Secure messaging. Utilize end-to-end encrypted messaging to ensure that discussions between parties remain private and secure. Anonymity options. Provide options for anonymity where users can initiate contact without disclosing their identity until certain legal safeguards or preliminary agreements are in place. Integrated legal tools. Offer templates and guidance for drafting initial contact letters, licensing inquiries, and other relevant legal documents to streamline the communication process. Licensing negotiation and bidding system. Our platform also incorporates a bidding system for patent licenses, which allows potential licensees to submit bids directly to patent holders. This system is designed to be transparent in the bidding process while maintaining confidentiality for the identities of the bidders until agreements are finalized. Features of the licensing negotiation and bidding system. Bid management. Patent holders can manage received bids through a dashboard that organizes and tracks all offers, facilitating easy comparison and management. Negotiation channels. Dedicated channels for negotiation allow for dialogue and counteroffers, ensuring both parties can reach mutually beneficial agreements. Smart contract integration. Utilize smart contracts to automatically execute and enforce terms once both parties agree, reducing the need for intermediaries and lowering transaction costs. Veritasium-powered decentralized exchange for IP licensure. IP DEX. Introduction to IP DEX. To further enhance the accessibility and efficiency of IP management, our platform introduces a decentralized exchange, DEX, specifically designed for the purchase and sale of patent and IP licensure. This exchange leverages blockchain technology to facilitate transparent and secure transactions. while maintaining the confidentiality of the negotiating parties until the final terms are agreed upon. Functionality of IP decks. Listing and browsing. Patent holders can list their available patents for licensure, while potential licensees can browse through listings based on categories, technology fields, or custom search parameters. Auction and fixed price listings. Supports both auction style and fixed price listings, giving patent holders flexibility in how they want to offer their IP for licensure. Escrow services. Incorporate blockchain-based escrow services that hold funds securely until all licensing terms are met and the agreement is fully executed. Advantages of IP decks. Market efficiency. Creates a more efficient market for IP rights by reducing barriers to entry for smaller entities and individual innovators who may need access to critical patents. Transparency and security. Ensures a high level of transparency in the transaction process while securing sensitive information and intellectual property through blockchain technology. Global accessibility. Makes IP licensure accessible to a global market, increasing the potential for innovation and collaboration across borders. By integrating these systems into the DAO, we not only streamline the process of managing IP rights but also enhance the potential for innovation through effective collaboration and negotiation. These systems reflect our commitment to providing a robust, secure, and user-friendly environment for managing and commercializing intellectual property in the digital age. Facilitating collaborative innovation through community-assisted product development. Introduction. In the realm of intellectual property, fostering an environment where patent holders and potential licensees collaborate can lead to innovative products and new business models that benefit all parties involved. By utilizing our DAO platform, we aim to create a non-zero-sum ecosystem where businesses and entrepreneurs are incentivized to openly seek licensure and collaboration rather than resorting to potentially adversarial actions like infringement or litigation. Community-assisted collaboration framework. This framework is designed to not only facilitate the licensing of patents but also to support the development of new products based on these licensed patents. It leverages the collective expertise and resources of the community to assist both patent holders and patentees in creating mutually beneficial outcomes. 1. Partnership Formation Portal. Matching System. Integrate an AI-driven matching system within the DAO platform that identifies potential partnerships based on complementary needs, expertise, and strategic goals. This system helps patent holders connect with entrepreneurs and companies that have the capability to bring a patent to market effectively. Profile and project listings. Allow users to create profiles detailing their expertise, resources, and interests. Similarly, patent holders can list available patents with suggestions for potential product applications, encouraging proactive outreach and collaboration. 2. Collaborative product development tools. Virtual Incubation Lab. Establish a virtual incubation lab where community members, including patent holders and licensees, can collaboratively explore and develop new product ideas. This lab provides tools for project management, prototype design, and virtual testing, all integrated within the platform. Resource pooling. Facilitate a system where resources such as funding, research and development capabilities, and marketing expertise can be pooled from the community. This approach reduces the initial investment burden and distributes the risk among all participants. 3. Revenue and business model innovation. Shared revenue agreements. Develop smart contract templates for shared revenue agreements that automatically distribute profits according to pre-agreed terms. This transparency ensures that all contributors are fairly compensated for their investment and effort. Dynamic licensing models. Encourage the use of dynamic licensing models that adapt based on the product's success in the market. These models can include tiered royalty rates or milestone-based payments to motivate continued collaboration and support. 4. Support and mediation services. Expert guidance. Provide access to industry experts and mentors within the community who can offer guidance throughout the product development process, from conceptualization to market entry. Conflict resolution. Implement mediation and conflict resolution services to handle disputes that may arise during collaboration, ensuring that issues are resolved fairly and efficiently without resorting to litigation. 5. Market integration and launch support. Go-to-market strategies. Assist teams in developing effective go-to-market strategies that leverage the collective marketing power of the community. Launch platforms. Use the platform to launch new products to a broader audience, incorporating feedback mechanisms that allow consumers to interact directly with the product. Development teams for continuous improvement. Benefits of the community-assisted collaboration framework. Innovation acceleration. By reducing barriers to collaboration and providing a structured framework for development, the platform accelerates innovation, bringing new products to market faster. Risk mitigation. Distributed risk and resource pooling decrease individual exposure and incentivize participation from smaller entities that may otherwise be unable to afford patent licensing and product development. Economic growth. The creation of new products and business models expands market opportunities and drives economic growth within the ecosystem, benefiting all participants. Symbiotic relationships. Establishes a culture of cooperation and mutual benefit, where patent holders and patentees work together towards common goals, moving away from a zero-sum mentality to a more synergistic approach. By integrating these mechanisms into our DAO platform, we aim to transform how intellectual property is leveraged in the innovation process. This community-assisted approach not only benefits individual participants but also fosters a healthier, more collaborative patent ecosystem conducive to long-term growth and sustainability, preventing institutional and UNHW power grabs. Given the unique circumstances surrounding VERI tokens, where only 2 million are in circulation with no additional issuance planned, and Veritasium itself holds none, it's critical to devise tailored strategies to prevent any single entity, such as a large financial institution, from acquiring a majority of the tokens and hijacking the network. Here are the adapted strategies. 1. Enhanced governance structure. Balanced voting rights through a quadratic voting mechanism. The DAO plans to implement a governance model where voting rights are not solely based on token ownership by introducing mechanisms such as quadratic voting, where the cost of additional votes increases exponentially, preventing large holders from having disproportionate influence. Quadratic voting is a collective decision-making procedure that allows participants to express the intensity of their preferences, not just their direction. Under quadratic voting, each participant is allocated a certain number of credits, and they can use these credits to vote on options. The cost of each vote increases quadratically, which means the cost of casting multiple votes for a single option grows exponentially. This method helps prevent a small number of participants with strong preferences from overwhelmingly dominating the decision process, ensuring a more equitable and balanced expression of the group's preferences. Formula for quadratic voting. The cost of casting NN votes on a proposal is given by the formula cost equals N2, where N is the number of votes a participant chooses to cast for a particular option. For example, 1 vote costs 1 credit, 2 votes cost 4 credits, 3 votes cost 9 credits, and so on. Solidity code for quadratic voting. Here's an example of how you might implement a basic quadratic voting system in Solidity. Fixed voting caps. Establish a hard cap on the maximum voting power any single token holder can exercise, regardless of their token ownership. This ensures that no entity, even those with significant token holdings, can dominate decision-making processes. Utilization and utility enhancement. Incentives for usage over speculation. Enhance the utility of VERI tokens within the ecosystem by allowing them to possibly or potentially discount the licensure of parts of Veritasium's or Reggie Middleton's patent portfolio. Although this is not etched in stone, it is being considered. This not only increases the intrinsic value of holding tokens but also aligns token holders with the ecosystem's growth and health. Staking incentives. Develop staking mechanisms where token holders can earn rewards or gain access to additional services by locking up their tokens for a period of time. Staking for governance participation could also have tiered benefits, encouraging long-term holding and participation without concentrating power. Benefits may include the ability to produce infringement reports of compensation, participation in, and compensation for taking CLE classes in DAO, the ability to request an FTO analysis, participation in the VEDEX, tokenization and licensure of IP and patents, community engagement and transparency, regular audits and transparency reports. Conduct regular audits of token distribution and governance impacts, publishing the results to the community to ensure transparency and trust. Community-powered surveillance. Develop a community-powered system to monitor and report suspicious accumulation activities. Engage the community through forums and discussions to decide on collective actions if risks of centralization are detected. By adapting these strategies to the specific characteristics of the VERI tokens and Veritasium's ecosystem, the platform can safeguard against the risks of centralization while promoting a healthy, decentralized environment that aligns with its long-term vision and values. 6. Governance and appeals. The governance structure and appeals process are critical components of the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) mechanism, ensuring that the system operates transparently and responds equitably to disputes. This section outlines the governance model, roles, responsibilities, and the procedure for appealing decisions within the ecosystem. 6.1 Governance structure. Decentralized governance model. Community governance. Utilize a decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, where VERI token holders can vote on major decisions affecting the platform, such as changes to the protocol, tokenomics adjustments, and new feature implementations. This democratic approach ensures that all stakeholders have a voice in the ecosystem's evolution. Technical Steering Committee. Establish a technical steering committee composed of developers, blockchain experts, and patent professionals who oversee the technical integrity and progression of the PPE platform. This committee is responsible for proposing upgrades and ensuring the platform remains secure and effective. Compliance and Oversight Board. Form a compliance and oversight board tasked with ensuring that the PPE system adheres to international patent laws and blockchain regulations. This board will also handle oversight of the platform's operations, auditing activities periodically to ensure compliance and efficiency. Roles and responsibilities. Community members participate in governance by proposing changes, voting on proposals, and participating in the verification process for patent claims. Validators. Responsible for reviewing and validating patent claims according to the established guidelines. Validators are selected through a rigorous vetting process and are required to stake VERI tokens as a commitment to their role's integrity. Administrators handle the day-to-day operations of the PPE platform, including managing community relations, coordinating educational programs, and maintaining the platform's infrastructure. 6.2 Appeals Process. The appeals process is designed to provide a fair method for contesting decisions made by validators or the automated systems. It ensures that all participants have the right to a thorough review of actions that affect them. Steps for filing an appeal. Initial review. Participants who wish to appeal a decision must first request a review from the validator who made the initial decision. This step encourages resolving misunderstandings or errors directly with the decision maker. Formal appeal submission. If unsatisfied with the initial review, the participant can submit a formal appeal to the Compliance and Oversight Board. The appeal must include a detailed explanation of the issue and any evidence supporting the participant's position. Review panel formation. Upon receiving a formal appeal, a review panel comprising members of the Oversight Board and an independent expert, if needed, is formed. This panel is responsible for reviewing the appeal, evaluating the evidence, and making a decision based on fairness and the rules governing the PPE mechanism. Decision and implementation. The review panel delivers a decision within a specified timeframe, typically 30 days. Decisions are final and implemented immediately unless further review is mandated by the platforms. Governance protocols. Transparency and documentation. Public record. All appeals and their outcomes are recorded and made available to the public on the blockchain. This transparency helps maintain trust in the process and allows community members to learn from past cases. Regular audits. Conduct regular audits of the appeals process to ensure it remains fair and efficient. Audit results are reviewed by the community governance body and used to make necessary improvements to the process. 7. Governance structure. The governance structure of the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) mechanism is designed to ensure transparent, inclusive, and effective management of the ecosystem. It integrates elements of decentralized governance with expert oversight to adaptively manage technological and regulatory developments in patent law and blockchain technology. Organizational framework. Community governance. Token holder assembly. All VERI token holders are part of the assembly. They have voting rights proportional to their token holdings, allowing them to participate in key decisions, such as changes to protocol parameters, updates to the governance framework, and major platform upgrades. Election of delegates. To streamline decision-making, token holders elect delegates who represent their interests more actively within specific governance forums. These delegates are responsible for proposing changes, debating platform policy, and consolidating community viewpoints into actionable strategies. Technical Steering Committee (TSC). Composition. The TSC is composed of lead developers, blockchain architects, and subject matter experts in patent law. Members are elected by the community based on their expertise and contributions to the field. Responsibilities. Technical oversight. Oversee the development and maintenance of the PPE platform, ensuring technical decisions align with the long-term vision. Protocol upgrades. Propose and review changes to the smart contract codebase and system architecture. Emergency response. Act swiftly to address any critical issues or vulnerabilities that arise within the platform. Compliance and Oversight Board (COB). Composition. The COB includes legal experts, regulatory advisors, and community-elected members who oversee the adherence of the platform to relevant laws and regulations. Responsibilities. Regulatory compliance. Ensure all platform activities comply with international patent laws and blockchain regulations. Audit and reporting. Regularly audit platform operations and finances, reporting findings to the community to maintain transparency. dispute resolution, oversee the appeals process, ensuring decisions are made fairly and impartially, decision-making processes, consensus mechanisms, direct voting, for major decisions impacting the entire platform. All token holders can participate in direct voting, ensuring that each token holder's voice can directly influence the outcome. Delegated voting, for more frequent or less critical decisions. Token holders may delegate their voting rights to elected representatives who make decisions on their behalf, providing efficiency in governance without compromising on decentralization. Proposal and voting procedures. Proposal submission. Members of the community, including token holders and delegates, can submit proposals for consideration. Proposals must meet certain criteria and garner preliminary support before moving to a community-wide vote. Discussion period. Proposals are discussed in community forums and workshops to solicit feedback and amendments. Promoting informed decision-making. Voting period. Voting on proposals occurs over a predefined period, allowing all eligible community members to cast their vote via a secure and transparent blockchain-based voting system. Transparency and accountability. Public ledger of decisions. All governance actions, including proposal submissions, discussion outcomes, and voting results, are recorded on the blockchain, providing an immutable and transparent record of governance activities. Regular governance updates. The community receives regular updates about governance activities, upcoming votes, and changes within the ecosystem through newsletters, forums, and community calls. Annual governance review. Conduct an annual review of the governance structure and processes, inviting feedback from the community to continuously improve governance practices and adapt to new challenges and opportunities. 8. Impact analysis. The implementation of the Proof of Productive Effort (PPE) mechanism is expected to have significant impacts on the patent ecosystem and the broader economy of the VERI token. This section details these impacts, exploring both the immediate effects and long-term transformations anticipated. 8.1 on patent ecosystem. Increased detection of infringements. Enhanced surveillance. The community-driven approach increases the number of active participants involved in monitoring for infringements, significantly expanding the coverage and frequency of surveillance. Rapid response. The decentralized nature of the PPE system allows for quicker identification and response to potential infringements, reducing the time between an infringement occurrence and its detection. Improved patent quality. Crowdsourced evaluations. By involving a broader base of stakeholders in the validation process, the system helps to identify and challenge weak patents, contributing to higher overall patent quality. Feedback loop. Inventors and patent holders receive direct feedback from the market about the clarity and scope of their patents, which can guide improvements and refinements. Lower barriers to enforcement. Cost reduction. By decentralizing the effort and costs associated with monitoring patent infringements, the PPE mechanism makes enforcement accessible to a wider range of patent holders, particularly smaller entities and individual inventors. Legal support network. Community engagement fosters a network of expertise, providing patent holders with access to shared resources for legal challenges and enforcement. Actions. On VERI token economy. Token circulation and utility. Increased demand. As the primary medium for submitting claims, staking, and receiving rewards, the demand for VERI tokens is expected to increase as more users participate in the system. Token velocity. Frequent use of VERI tokens for staking and rewards promotes a higher velocity of money within the ecosystem, potentially stabilizing token value over time. Token valuation. Value appreciation. As the utility of the VERI token increases through its integral role in the PPE mechanism, its value is likely to appreciate in UTIITY value. This appreciation is contingent upon the sustained adoption and effectiveness of the PPE system in detecting patent infringements. This potential increase in value should be in no way related to the perception of an increase in investment value. Just as the increase in the utility value and circulation of the USD relative to that of the Argentinian peso does not make the USD an investment, but simply a more utilitarian unit of account relative to the peso. Market perception. Successful case studies and a growing user base can enhance the market perception of VERI tokens, attracting further investment of time, resources and intellectual capital and expertise, as well as adoption. Stakeholder benefits. Diverse revenue streams. Participants can benefit from multiple revenue streams including direct rewards for successful claim validations and long-term rewards for contributions to the system's efficacy. Let it be made clear that these potential revenue streams will be the result of the work put in by the token holders who actually stake the tokens, and not from the work of an unrelated party, unless that work was paid for by the staking token holder. Community empowerment. Token holders exert significant influence over the platform's development and governance, empowering them as key stakeholders in the ecosystem's success. Sustainable growth. Scalability. The tokenomics designed around the PPE mechanism are intended to support scalable growth, with mechanisms in place to adjust staking requirements and reward distributions based on the evolving needs of the ecosystem. Innovation incentives. The economic incentives provided by the VERI token encourage continuous innovation and improvements within the patent field, promoting a cycle of growth and reinvestment in the ecosystem. Conclusion. Summarizing the PPE mechanism's potential to transform patent infringement identification through community participation and blockchain technology, and calling for stakeholders' engagement in the upcoming development phases. Appendices. A. Glossary of terms. Blockchain terms. Blockchain. A distributed ledger technology that maintains a continuously growing list of records, called blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptography. It is immutable and enables the recording of transactions between two parties efficiently and in a verifiable and permanent way. Ethereum. An open-source, blockchain-based platform that enables developers to build and deploy decentralized applications. DApps. Base Layer 2 network. A secondary framework or protocol built atop an existing blockchain system. The main goal is to solve the transaction speed and scaling issues facing the main blockchain network. In this case, Ethereum. Smart contracts. Self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement between buyer and seller being directly written into lines of code. They automatically execute, control, or document legally relevant events according to the terms of a contract or an agreement. IPFS. Interplanetary File System. A protocol and peer-to-peer network for storing and sharing data in a distributed file system that stores files and tracks versions over time. Decentralized oracles. Services that provide external data to blockchain networks, such as temperature for a weather app or price information for trading strategies, which are crucial for executing smart contracts that depend on real-world data. Legal and patent-specific terms. Patent. A form of intellectual property that gives its owner the legal right to exclude others from making, using, or selling an invention for a limited period of years in exchange for publishing and enabling public disclosure of the invention. Patent infringement. A breach of a patent owner's exclusive rights. Infringement occurs when another party makes, uses, sells, or offers to sell a patented invention without permission from the patent holder. Claim validation. The process of verifying whether a filed patent claim is valid based on existing patents, prior art, and legal standards. Platform-specific terms. VERI token. The digital asset used within the PPE platform for transactions, rewards, and governance. It facilitates operations such as staking, voting, and rewards distribution within the PPE ecosystem. Staking. The process of holding funds in a cryptocurrency wallet to support the operations of a blockchain network within the PPE platform. Staking VERI tokens is required to participate in patent claim validations. DAO. Decentralized Autonomous Organization. An organization represented by rules encoded as a computer program that is transparent, controlled by organization members, and not influenced by a central government. Validator. A stakeholder in the PPE platform responsible for reviewing and validating patent claims. Validators are crucial for maintaining the accuracy and integrity of the patent validation process. Technical terms. Load balancing. The process of distributing network or application traffic across multiple servers in a network to ensure no single server bears too much demand. By spreading the work evenly, load balancing improves responsiveness and increases the availability of applications. Encryption. The method by which information is converted into secret code that hides the information's true meaning. Encryption is critical in protecting sensitive data transmitted during web transactions. API. Application Programming Interface. A set of routines, protocols, and tools for building software applications. APIs specify how software components should interact and are used when programming graphical user interface. GUI. Components. Risk and compliance terms. GDPR. General Data Protection Regulation. A regulation in EU law on data protection and privacy in the European Union and the European Economic Area. It also addresses the transfer of personal data outside the EU and EEA areas. Regulatory compliance. Adhering to laws, regulations, guidelines, and specifications relevant to business processes. Violations of regulatory compliance often result in legal punishment, including federal fines. B. Technical specifications. System architecture. The PPE mechanism leverages the base Layer 2 network on top of the Ethereum blockchain to enhance transaction speed, reduce costs, and maintain the security and decentralization benefits of the Ethereum mainnet. This architecture includes several key components organized across distinct layers. Blockchain layer. Base Layer 2 network utilizes Base to run all blockchain interactions more efficiently while maintaining security through its connection to Ethereum. This allows for quicker and cheaper transactions, ideal for the frequent interactions required by the PPE mechanism. Smart contracts. Custom smart contracts on Base include VERI token contract, manages the minting, staking, and transferring of VERI tokens. Claim submission contract, handles the logistics of filing and initial assessment of patent claims. Claim review contract, manages the community and expert review processes for claims that pass initial assessments. Reward and penalty distribution contract, distributes rewards to participants and administers penalties based on outcomes. Application layer. User interface. UI. A sophisticated web interface designed for user interaction with the PPE system, providing functionalities such as submitting claims, participating in reviews, and tracking rewards. API integration. Offers APIs for seamless integration with external systems, enabling automation and interoperability with other applications such as legal databases and intellectual property management tools. Data and storage layer. Decentralized storage. IPFS. Leverages the interplanetary file system for secure and decentralized storage of documents and evidence related to patent claims. Enhancing accessibility and integrity. Oracle integration. Uses decentralized Oracle networks to pull in necessary external data, crucial for some patent validations, like current patent databases and prior art checks. Security features. Advanced encryption. Implements state-of-the-art encryption techniques to protect data in transit and at rest, ensuring full security of sensitive information. Continuous smart contract audits. Engages ongoing security audits by leading firms to ensure the smart contracts are free from vulnerabilities and exploits. Robust access control. Deploys multi-factor authentication and sophisticated access control mechanisms to safeguard user accounts and sensitive platform operations. Performance and scalability. Off-chain transactions. Utilizes BASIS capabilities for handling certain transactions off-chain, significantly reducing gas fees and improving transaction throughput. Dynamic load balancing. Incorporates advanced load balancing techniques to distribute network traffic efficiently across the platform, ensuring optimal performance and minimal downtime. Scalability assessments. Conducts periodic evaluations to test the platform's scalability, ensuring it can accommodate a growing number of users and transactions without performance degradation. Compliance and interoperability. Regulatory adherence. Incorporates features to ensure compliance with both international patent laws and regional data protection regulations, such as the GDPR. Cross-blockchain interoperability. Plans for future cross-chain capabilities to enhance interoperability with other blockchain networks, which could broaden the scope and utility of the PPE platform. Development roadmap. Phase 1. Infrastructure setup. Establish foundational smart contracts and initial system setup on the base network. Launch a basic user interface for early adopters to interact with the system. Phase 2. Functional expansion. Expand platform features, including detailed analytics for patent validity and enhanced user experience upgrades. Broaden API integrations and cross-chain functionality as base matures and additional integrations become feasible. Phase 3. Optimization and global scaling. Focus on optimizing performance through advanced techniques and technologies. Extend system capabilities to support a global user base while maintaining efficiency and compliance. Monitoring and maintenance. Proactive monitoring systems. Implements cutting-edge monitoring solutions to track system health, transaction statuses, and potential security threats in real time. Regular system updates. Ensures the platform remains at the technological forefront by regularly implementing updates, security patches, and functional enhancements based on user feedback and new developments in blockchain technology. Risk disclaimer. Overview. The regulatory environment in the United States presents specific challenges and risks for blockchain projects and their associated tokens. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has taken an aggressive stance on certain aspects of token issuance and operations, viewing many tokens as securities under the Howey test below. We provide a cursory, non-professional glance derived from AI queries as to the potential nature of VERI tokens within this regulatory framework, examining the applicability of the Howey and Reeves tests to the DAO and the PPE mechanism. This is not legal, financial nor technical advice, and is provided for the informational purposes of collective conversation only. Potential views under the Howey test. The Howey test determines whether a transaction qualifies as an investment contract, and therefore a security. According to the Howey test, A transaction is an investment contract if it involves an investment of money in a common enterprise, with the expectation of profit derived from the efforts of others. Potential application to VERI tokens. Investment of money. Participants purchase or otherwise acquire VERI tokens to use within the PPE platform. This criterion is met as there is an expenditure of capital with the expectation of receiving tokens. This may or may not apply to those who already own VERI tokens. Common enterprise. The PPE system may be seen to some observers as operating as a common enterprise where the actions of individual participants and the success of the platform may, or may not, affect potential utility and return on energy spent for all users involved. Expectation of profit. While participants might anticipate that tokens could appreciate in value, this appreciation is tied to their active participation and utility within the platform, not passive ownership. Profits are not expected from the mere possession of tokens but from engaging in the network through staking and actively validating patent claims, either through their own efforts or through the efforts of labor which they have actively contracted for, derived from the efforts of others. VERI token holders must actively participate to earn rewards. Profits are not derived from the efforts of a promoter or third party. The success of each participant is based on their contribution to the ecosystem, not on passive investment, as potentially viewed under the Reeves test. The Reeves test identifies a note as a security based on 4 factors. Considering the motivations that would prompt a reasonable seller and buyer to enter into it. The analysis for VERI tokens under the Reeves test would consider the motivations for the transaction. If the primary reason to buy VERI tokens is to participate in the patent validation process and gain access to specific utilities, not for investment purposes. The plan of distribution. VERI tokens are fully distributed and decentralized as a utility token required for the operation within the PPE platform, not as an investment product. The reasonable expectations of the investing public. The public's expectation, as described in this whitepaper, is to utilize the tokens within the PPE system rather than investment growth. Whether some factor such as the existence of another regulatory scheme significantly reduces the risk of the instrument, thereby rendering the application of securities laws unnecessary. Given that the primary purpose of VERI tokens is utility within a software platform designed to ascertain whether one entity infringes upon another entity's issued patent, and considering the active involvement required by users, the application of securities law may not be necessary. While members of the VERI DAO may believe that VERI tokens should not be considered securities based on the Howey and Reeves criteria, the evolving landscape of blockchain regulation poses inherent risks. The SEC or other regulatory bodies may disagree with this or any other view and assert that VERI tokens qualify as securities. Token holders should be aware of potential regulatory actions, including changes in law, which might impact the ability to hold or use VERI tokens within the United States. The governance model, utility focus, active participation requirements, and the decentralized nature of the VERI token within the PPE platform are designed to align with the current understanding of non-security assets in the blockchain space. However, all participants are advised to conduct their due diligence and consider potential legal advice before engaging in the ecosystem, especially given the dynamic and uncertain regulatory environment in the United States.